Bingo. Live in action. I'm gonna get my people about 30 seconds, even though it's late. Alright, let's get started so I get this over with. Another better day's day on a Tuesday. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know the lifestyle. So before I get started on the verse today, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back to last week. So I didn't get on last week, but I made a post and I was talking about how my race lacks support and how other races will support you even if you was to go outside and check the mailbox. Like they always want it in. Like if you go to certain businesses and you ask them who own it, they say, "Oh, we all own it," or "We all got some type of percentage." Well, if you go to a black owned spot, it's one owner, and I be looking deeply into stuff, and I wonder like why we can't have multiple owners or multiple partnerships. That's because we don't know how to accept someone being higher than us. Everybody always want to be the head. Everybody always want to feel like they the head. Where back then it wasn't even about the head. Like it was multiple profits. It was multiple of people that worked to become great, and they all got a good outcome or a better outcome than everybody trying to be Jesus. And the people that tried to be Jesus end up being the first ones to fall. So sometimes always being the head ain't good. And then I looked into the fact of Caucasians and Mexicans and how they look out for each other. And I ain't saying they don't kill each other. I ain't saying that they don't fight. But it's just crazy that in the city that I'm in, every time we look on the news, it's majority African Americans. And they got something to also do with going back and back until racism. Back then, you had the house Negroes, you had the outside Negroes. The people that was outside always had something against the house Negroes because they wanted to be inside the house. Fast forward now, it's basically the same thing, just with a different mindset. You envy certain other people because they have stuff that you want. So you try to hurt them or harm them to get their spot or get something that they have instead of waiting your time or all y'all coming together to make it possible for all y'all to be successful. Why we couldn't do that? Now I'm gonna go into today's word. Wake up. That's what God was really saying to Saul. Saul, the first king of Israel, was consumed with jealousy. He was upstaged by David, the youngest son of Shepherdton family. David was everything better than Saul. He sang better. He impressed the women more. He even killed the giants Saul feared. But rather than celebrate David's God given abilities, Saul grew insanely hostile. God, in their apparent effort to awaken Saul from this fog of jealousy, enlisted the help of his unwilling servant, Satan. The next day, an evil spirit from God rushed upon Saul, and he prospered in his house. 1 Samuel 18:10. Observe a soulman principle. There are times when hearts grow so hard and ears so dull that God turns us over to endure the consequences of our choices. As drastic as it may appear, God will actually allow a person to experience hell on earth in hopes of awakening his faith. A holy love makes the tough choice to release the child to the consequences of his rebellion. Remember, discipline should result in mercy and not misery. Some saints are awakened by a tap on the shoulder, while others need a 2x4 to the head. And whenever God needs a 2x4, Satan gets the call. So I guess this is trying to say that most of the black people that we see on the news is the ones that need that 2x4 to the head. Because I always was told that God warns you before destruction. So he'll send some type of sign to you, somebody, some way to warn you before he'll allow Satan to get you. And now it's even two ways. You even go start believing and having faith in God to get you out, which it should never get to that point. Or you go keep leaning towards Satan and you even go put yourself in harm's way to be gone. Or you go put your family in harm's way to grieve and hurt because you done something that you shouldn't have done. I also looked at the fact that while Saul was so jealous over David, he should have been trying to ask David, like, how you become good in this, or why you have the confidence you have, or what did you go through to get this. A lot of people be scared to ask a person what they did or what they didn't do because they scared they go look retarded, look humiliated, or get turned down. And I used to be that same way. Like I used to hesitate on asking a person, how was you good in basketball? Or what did you work on? Or how did you learn how to do this? And how did you learn how to do that? Until I started noticing like what they gonna say. Oh, you asked me how to become great. You're not gonna humiliate me. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm trying to be great too. Like back then, we always do that. Like we used to be scared to ask a person in school or ask the teacher, can you explain that again? Because you didn't want to feel dumb or you didn't want to feel retarded. Where in reality, you just put yourself in harm's way to not know nothing, to not pass the test because you were scared to speak up. Where 9 times out of 10, half of the class didn't know what the teacher was talking about and need to hear it again. But then nobody had the courage to speak up. So as y'all listen to this today, if it's something that you don't know what you're doing, or if it's something that you feel somebody is doing better than you, walk up to them and ask them. And if you don't feel like walking up to them and asking them, man, you can send them a message, a text, or something, and you will know if it's meant to happen because a real person gonna give you the right information and go help you out. Now, if somebody trying to humiliate you, they put harms on themselves, and you did the courage and had the faith to walk up to them. God gonna bless you for it. But long as you hold yourself back and doubt yourself, y'all ain't gonna never get nowhere. And with the title being what the title was today, with support, we have to support each other more. Like it's nothing else to explain. Like it shouldn't be hard to send somebody a message or send somebody a text or give somebody a call or even if y'all people that be on social media, just a like or love somebody's stuff, like they looking and see that. I know for a fact I done heard my sisters talk about it, like, man, these folks act like they don't want to like my stuff. Like, so I know y'all see it if my sister saying it, like, or they view my story, but they ain't like this and that. It shouldn't be that hard. Y'all scrolling anyway. You might as well show support. And what you dish out, you go get back. It might not be now. It might not be next week, but you eventually go get that support that you dished out. And the last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with for the week is love is the key that opens up a door to happiness. So if you can find somebody you love or you can find something you love, that's a key so you can be happy. Peace. Today was Better Days Tuesday. Tune in the next week. I might do it at work next week because I might have on a new outfit or something that I might want to show off and mess with y'all on. A couple new dance moves. Nah, but have a great week. Better days, the motto, better days, the lifestyle, better days to living.